What's up guys, this is Luke here from Team Sweetness, and basically I'm coming at you with another video from a True King Dinosaur deck profile. So basically a lot of guys asked me to update my profile as the banlist. My previous build was actually more involved with the summon sorcerers, so I actually had to rearrange and put a different engine actually into this deck. So now we're gonna play like some really cool combos. So like there's like the Guard Dragon engine, and there's also the Miko, or they call it now the Justicar engine. So you can kind of mix up with your rank 9s and your level 9s in the deck. So I'm going to get into it and just show you guys exactly what I'm playing now, and I'll show you some cool combos along the way as well. So obviously of course you're going to play a 3 Overraptor. Overraptor is obviously the best card, the main function of the deck. So he's going to search you your dinosaurs, or he's going to send your dinosaurs from deck to grave. This is very self-explanatory. The card is really good. I can't obviously need to play all 3, and then you're going to be playing 3. It's finally back at 3 miscellaneous swords. This again, this with Overraptor is a blanket effect, protects all your dinosaurs, and it's also to go into your level 1 tuner, so you can actually start doing combo plays. So afterwards we got our babies. So we got the 1 petite and the 3 baby Ceratosaurus. Baby Ceratosaurus is really broken for the fact that it can just special summon itself, and it's not a once per turn. And also it just creates a ridiculous amount of combos. So this and a diagram is literally just a crazy board. And I'll actually get to this in a few minutes and show you guys exactly what this and the diagram could do. Again, so these are the smaller ones. So we have the Aeolo, we have the Giant Rex, we have the Megalo Smasher. The Megalo Smasher is used for a Nappies combo, which I'll get to soon. Otherwise, if you don't want to play a Nappies, you don't have to play this card. Also, I also play some other cards as well, which kind of fit in with this card, but I'll get to that in a minute. You play the 1 Overtex. I don't think you should play 2, mainly because that if you see it in your hand, it's really not the best. But if there's situations where you banish more than 5 dinosaurs and you haven't searched this, or you haven't used it for appeal, you can add it to your hand, and you can now shuffle back the 5 banished dinosaurs into your main deck and special summon it. And then you also have the spell and trap, then activation negate. And then of course you have the boss monster, 2 ultimate conductors. This is obviously the blowout card, the OTK card. The card that just wins everyone matches with this. So you can just destroy any monster in your hand or on your field, and just set all your monsters, your opponent's monsters in face defense position, attack, and send for and burn for 1,000 to everyone that you send to the graveyard. Also, like if you have other monsters on the field with this, it's just usually game when you summon this and your opponent has no responses. Then we got 3 of the Fire True King. I'm only playing 3 of the Fire True King now. I used to play 3 of the Water, but for the fact that Summon Sorceress is gone and the new Miko engine that comes with it, you don't need to play the Water anymore, I don't think. It was really good at the time. I used to not play it for a long time, but now I think with this new engine that it's definitely not needed, and you play a lot more fire targets in your deck than you do water. The only water target I see at the moment is the Megalo Smasher, which is just, I don't think it's worth playing the True King. So we played a 1 Thunder Kaiju. It's level 9. I'll get to that in a minute. And then we have the World Legacy Guard Dragon Marduk. This has only come out in Dark Neostorm. Its effect is kind of irrelevant, where you can kind of banish 2 normal monsters with a special summon. But there's also another effect that it has, and you can, if he's destroyed by battle or card effect while you control it, you can add 1 level 9 monster with a different original type and name from your deck. So you can search a True King, or you can search a Kaiju if it's on the field and destroyed. And then we played a 1 Nightmare Incarnation Italy. This card, it hasn't seen its prime right now. It's actually really good if you're facing the likes of Orcust. So basically your opponent summons monsters that equals to a link range of 8 or more. You can special summon this card and just send them all to the graveyard. Because basically when this card is summoned and your opponent controls more link monsters than you do, it sends all link monsters to the graveyard. So if you're against the likes of Orcust and they summon the Rusty, the Galatea, and they summon the other monster, the big Link 3. You can special summon this and just send them all to the graveyard, and they can't negate it because all the Fog Blades that they're going to set can't be activated this turn because it's their first turn. So I think this is really good, and also it's also summoned off the engine that I'll get to in a minute. So we played a little baby, we played one little doggo, like a World Challenge Guard Dragon, and we play one Flamvell Guard. This card is used for going into our Nappies combo. Nappies combo again I'll get into soon, but again, if people just thinking, oh, it's just for a Nappies combo, or it's just for this, it's also a fire monster, so it's also a target for the Fire True King to be destroyed. And it's not like it's 2000 defense as well. If you did really badly break with it, you can set it. It's not the weakest defense monster ever, but yeah, it is. Also, if you can pop a baby, you can normal summon this with a level 4 and go into your combo if you need to if you hard draw. So 2 terraforming, because it's that 2. Obviously, you play 3 if you want to expand more. The terraforming gets you to your diagrams. Diagrams, pop a monster and add the True Kings to your hand. I don't think I need to explain this as much more. I've had other videos before where I just explain what diagram does, and I think by now everybody knows what diagram does. And I now play one Lost World. I used to never play Lost World. I wasn't really a big fan of Lost World, but the likes of Mystic Mind decks now, and all these kind of degenerate decks that play back row, or even against the likes of Sky Striker, you can activate Lost World, summon a Dinosaur, and give your opponent a token. So now they have a token, they cannot activate their Sky Strikers, stuff like their Wither Anchors. They also can't target your monsters with effects while they control a token. So in some instances it's really, really good. And also it chain blocks as well. So if you activate Lost World and normal summon Overraptor, you can make this Chain Link 2 and Overraptor Chain Link 1. So they can't respond with the likes of Ash Blossom in response to your Overraptor's effect, and then they get a token, and then you can just use, I think you guys might, I'm not sure, the Lost World combo. So basically you just send any dinosaur, and then you can target the token and protect it with Lost World. So Lost World protects once a token and just destroys a monster from your deck instead. So you can destroy the babies, or you can destroy the Overtex and just completely go combo off from there. This is like a last resort if you can't get to the diagrams, or your hand is a bit iffy with your combos. And also it decreases your opponent's monster's attacks by 500. So if you're against like a Vanity's Fiend or some monster that's a really problematic, you can activate Lost World, summon like a giant Rex or a Megalo Smasher, and just beat over it. So I think then it's also really good, and it's also searchable off terraforming if you really actually need to go for that play. Okay. So 3 Fossil League, just reinforcement of the army for dinosaurs. Add any level 6 or low dinosaur. 2 double evolution pills because you want to OTK your opponent. Banish your dinosaur and non-dinosaur from your deck, and then you can special summon a Ultimate Conductor or Overtex from your deck. 1 monstrosity. So basically what this does is you target 1 level 9 monster on the field. It's usually the True King, and you special summon 2 level 9s from your deck with different names and attributes. So that's where the Kaiju and the Idly comes in, or even also the Marduk. If you draw one of them, you can also special summon 2 of them from your deck. So it's not the worst thing in the world, and it's also searchable off the new Synchro. Also, its other effect as well is you can just special summon 1 level 9 monster from your hand. You don't have to control anything. You can just activate it and special summon a level 9 monster from your hand. It's not the worst. Monster Reborn, bringing back all your big monsters are fun. It also lets you extend your plays. It's also a really good late game if you can draw it and then bring back Overraptor and just kill your opponent. And then the last card, it's 3 Cobble of Graves. This is more made to go first. So you want to stop your opponent if you can't have the Misk, or your opponent has some other problematic cards. The Cobble of Graves are a way to do it. You want to stop your opponent so you can make these godly boards. So we get on to the extra deck. We play 1 Calamities. Calamities is the main XYZ of the deck. You basically declare any attribute. Your opponent can't activate cards, monster effects with this declared attribute, and any monster that hits the field for the rest of the turn becomes that attribute. So you call. Usually when you're facing the likes of dangers, or even just you're afraid to see what your opponent's playing, you can call Dark. Your opponent cannot activate any danger monsters. They can't activate Thunder Dragon Dark monsters. None of them can activate because of this card. And also, if you're facing Salamangreat, even better, you can just call Fire, and none of their cards can activate. Anything that they summon, which just can't activate also. So literally, all their monsters are like they just can't work. They just nothing happen. They can't do anything. They can literally just set monsters or just make monsters, set the traps, because they can't search anything because they can't activate the effects, or they can't dump anything with Roar. So this is like a blowout card. And then we have the Lagia. Lagia stops a normal or special summon. You can overlay 2 Dinosaur monsters to summon this. And he just stops the spell trap activation, or also a normal summon. Or normal or special summon. The one Dalka. This is really good against like Danger decks or Thunder Dragon decks. If you make a Conductor and this, it's just crazy. It just negates monster effects, and it's not once per turn, so you can activate it twice in a turn. It's also really good against Sky Striker. If you attack their monster and they activate Ray, you can just chain this and negate the Ray. So they can't go back and just, like, start getting back their resources. So I think it's pretty good. One Abyss Dweller. Dweller is a really good card for this format. All of the cards that activate in the graveyard. That's also broken in the mirror match because they just can't activate anything. Also it's really good against Salamangreats. If you play against BA, you can just laugh and just summon this. Tornado Dragon. This is needed now, because in case you could face the Mystic Mind deck, and also if you're facing like the likes of Pendulums, it's just a backup plan if you really need to. If you need to get rid of these problematic cards, because I don't play Phoenix, so like this is like another back row move that I need. Okay, so we get on to the Synchros. So for the Synchros, I play one Ib, the World Chalice Justicar. This is the card I was talking about. So this card is the new engine of the deck. This is like the Summon Sorceress that was needed. It's basically Denglong 2.0 that people call it. So basically what it does is when it's Synchro summoned, you can add one more legacy card from your deck to your hand. So usually you just add the Monstrosity. So you add the Monstrosity. Usually you have a level 9 on board when you're making this with a combo. And you can just special summon some more. So I'll get to the combo soon and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly why it's so good. And also when it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a World Chalice Guard Dragon from your deck. Well, that's my target, is the World Chalice Guard Dragon. You can special summon it from your deck. So that's really, really good. One Shanbara. Shanbara is just used for OTKs, just attack twice and kill your opponent. It's really, really good if you have a Miscellaneous Saurus and a Novaraptor, because you can just add the Conductor and then make this and then banish the level 2 or 2 materials you used for this for the Conductor and then attack. Usually this and Conductor is 8,100 damage if your opponent has no monsters, so it's just a game. One Naturi Beast. This card is still playable. A lot of people think, oh, you can't make it anymore because you need to play the new card, but I found a way around it. You can play the Not Beast and it's fine. I'll get to it in a minute. So one Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. This is used in the new Link monsters that I play. It's not, you don't hard make it because you don't play any other Dragon Synchro monsters in the deck. So now we play one B Cup. B Cup is to extend into your plays. It's also used. So basically, you link away the Synchro monster and a level 9 monster and make this, and then you can just go off and combo. And I'll make an example of the combo soon. I'll show you guys. And then we play one LP and one Agapane. This is the Guard Dragon engine that you're going to need to use to summon out your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. And also the LP is helped to use for the Nappies combo. And we also play the Triple Burst because you need to extend to use these two for zones, for them to point to each other to summon your target for LP. And then we play, once I use it, you don't use this to draw, because you just either link up into it, or if it is problematic and you need to link up to it, you can use it. It's also good for if you want to use the Guard Dragons and you just have a really ridiculous hand. And then the last card is the Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. This is used again just near the end of your Guard Dragons if you need to get rid of them and summon it. Basically what it does is that you can tribute a monster in your hand or on the field and target one face-up card on the field. Oh, you don't even target, it's just return one face-up card on the field to the hand. So if your opponent has monsters that you think are problematic, or usually you have a calamities with it, but if they can attack, you can tribute a monster and bounce it, or you can tribute a face-up card that you think is a problem and bounce it. And it kind of gets you out of a good situation. So I think this card is really good, and it's used with the guard dragon as well, so it's really, really needed. I can show you my side, but again, I always say that sides are always personal preference. So I'm playing 3 red reboots for decks like Draco, decks like... There's not really that much Rogue right now, but it's just a card that I really need in case, because this deck just loses super hard to traps. And it's really, really hard to play against like all these really bad trap card decks like Mystic Mind decks and stuff. So again, 3 Twin Twisters, stop all of this back row hate. You just have to wipe these back rows so you can actually OTK your opponent or still continue to play the game, because the floodgates are really, really terrible. Like, there can be only one in all of these really bad cards. 3 evenly matched. It's doing the exact same thing as all the other cards. All these removals that you need to get done. 3 infinite permanents. I can't main this because I don't have room for it, but it's good to use for the likes of Orcus or the likes of Pendulum decks. If your opponent's going to try combo off, you're going to need to stop them. So usually what you can do is you can just side out the Cobble of Graves and then side in these if you're going second, so it's not too bad. It's really just an easy choice. And then you have the 3 Pankratops. Pankratops is the best card to side and go in second. It's also searchable, off Overraptor, and also you can destroy a Petit Pterodon and special summon this from your deck. It can't attack that turn, but you can also just use the effect to get rid of like problematic cards like Floodgates, so like Anti-Spell, or even if it's like if there can be only one. I had to use that actually before, we had to destroy there can be only one with the Pankratops, and then continue to do your plays. So it's really good, especially with the Twin Twisters. So you have this and Twin Twisters, so you literally have 3 back row removals. So, and even all you need then is an extender, so like you're using an Overraptor or a Fossil Leg or anything basically to go off for the rest of your turn. So that's the 15. That's the 15 side cards I play. Again, it's up to your own choice of what you exactly want to play, but that's just the cards that I play. So I'll try to get into the combo now and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Just got this here. Yeah, so basically, so for all this combo, all you need is a diagram and a baby Ceratosaurus. So all you need is these 2 cards to combo off. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do, step by step, just so people have an in-depth look of what this combo can do. So you're going to activate your diagram, activate your effect of your diagram, destroy your baby Ceratosaurus, and then add the Fire True King from your deck to your hand. Baby Ceratosaurus will trigger. You're going to special summon your Overraptor. You're going to activate his effect, add Baby Ceratosaurus. Normal summon the Baby Ceratosaurus. You're going to activate the effect, destroy the Baby Ceratosaurus, special summon back a Baby Ceratosaurus in defense mode, and then the Baby Ceratosaurus will trigger special summoning another monster. So basically what you're going to do here is you're going to special summon your Miscellaneousaurus. Then you're going to activate the effect of the True King to destroy at least 1 fire monster and 1 other monster to special summon it. So you're going to destroy the Miscellaneousaurus and the Baby Ceratosaurus, and then special summon it. And then basically the Baby Ceratosaurus will trigger, summoning a monster. So what you're going to summon is you're going to summon your Jirac-Iolo. Then what you're going to do is you're going to sync. You're going to sync here for your Ape monster. You're going to activate the effect, add a World Chalice card from your deck to your hand, add Monstrosity, and then activate Monstrosity, targeting your True King to special summon 2 more level 9s from your deck. This could be anything. You can special summon the Idly, and you can special summon the True King. Not the True King, the Kaiju, sorry. And then what you're going to do is you're going to link this and the True King, the Kaiju, True King again, for your B Cup. Your Just a Card will trigger, special summoning a World Chalice monster from your deck. You special summon the World Chalice Guard Dragon. Then you're going to activate your Miscellaneousaurus effect in Graveyard, banishing 4 dinosaurs. It doesn't really matter what you banish, I'm just going to banish these 4 and keep the Overwrapped in Grave in case you have the likes of Monster Reborn or anything like that. So you're going to banish 4. and then special summon a Megalo Smasher. Then you want to link away your Guard Dragon into an LP. Link away the B-Cop and the Megalo Smasher into a Triple Burst. And then you want to activate the effect of LP to special summon a dragon from your deck. You want to special summon a Flame Velguard. And then you want to link away your LP and your Triple Burst for the Heretic Seal. And then what you're going to do is you're going to overlay both of these for your Calamities. And then you're going to activate the effect of your World Chalice Guard Dragon in the graveyard. But basically what it does is you banish it and then target one normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it to a zone and link monster points to. So you're going to special summon your Megalo Smasher to this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to activate the effect of your Calamities. You're going to call Earth. And then you're going to sync these two for a Nappies. So basically what you end on is you end on the Heretic Link, you end on a Nappies, and you also end on the Calamities. So you have the spell negations, and then you have your any card bounce, and you have your protection, or your preventing the monster activations with the Calamities. So that's the 2-card combo that I have there for this deck. You can also extend again with the Guard Dragons if you have any more. So you can go for Aggro Pain, Hot Red Dragon, Archfiend Abyss if you have any more extenders. Guard Dragon combos are a lot more simple than this. So I don't think I need to explain much of the Guard Dragons. I just want to show exactly this 2-card combo to you guys as well. Just so to show you exactly how vicious this deck can be. You can also end on a Hot Red Dragon, Archfiend Abyss too if you can get out the extra monsters. But yeah, this is the standard combo. So that's everything, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this deck profile. I put a lot of work into this. I took a lot of time to work with the deck and see exactly what I can use and what I can't use. So any of your recommendations that you think I should play, or any comments about my style of choice of plays as well, I really appreciate your comments. So I really hope you enjoy, guys. So hope you have a good day. See you.